Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of the Cafe Smash podcast. I'm your host, Django, also known as Jason.
And I'm your host, AirPods, also known as Stevie. Today we'll be talking about how we got into Smash and our background in Smash, and also what characters we play and are looking at right now with the current situation. And we'll be picking up new characters, dropping old characters, and that's what we'll be talking about today.
We made the worst characters in the game, man.
Yeah, low tier heroes, but
a couple of low tier players right here.
Started off with what low tier you main.
Oh boy, okay. I play me Sword Fighter. Okay, before you go on a tangent, call me scum. Say you're not good because you don't play a good character, right? This character had a neutral B into up B guarantee at the ledge at 60% that would kill before they adjusted Tornado, right? And they adjusted its shield damage. So this character used to be not bad. People think he had potential to be somewhere around high tier. But as the meta evolved, he became kind of a really character. And I've kind of stuck with him really stubbornly. And he still is my best character. Even though his frame data is abysmal, his combos are non-existent, his only kill confirm is very easy to dodge. And I know I'm complaining about this low tier like no one's ever done that before. Complain about maining a low tier character, right? But he's my bread and butter. This is my baby. I love me Sword Fighter, so I'm gonna continue to complain about a low tier character like everyone else.
It's just not any me Sword Fighter though. It's El Sharko.
Oh yeah, of course. Let me explain. So I have this, I guess you could say original character, right? Of this shark that I made on my Wii when I was 9 years old or something. It's you can have the eyes really high up, and you can have the hair to make it look kind of like a shark. And I had this shark character, and I made him on my Switch because I needed more Miis to make funny Miis for Smash. And someone made this kind of Spanish accent. They were like, El Sharko. And I was like, wow, that's perfect. I'm going to steal that. And I created my OC, which is my Twitter profile photo, of El Sharko. And it's so good. And that's the skin I use for me Sword. It's this really deep voice, shark-looking thing. He's become my brand, El Sharko.
Yeah, and you use what's the circle thing called for your neutral B?
Or no, that's side B. Yeah, Chakram.
Yeah, you use side B counter, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I use counter. I use hero spin, tornado, and Chakram. Because Chakram, you can do the one that has the lingering hitbox. You can catch him on ledge with that. And punish with a forward smash. You can get early kills with that. You can also punish with slow Chakram into Tornado up B if you're at a good enough percent to carry them off the side. And his only frame trapping move is down tilt. And down tilt is literally only used to lead into grab at low percents and maybe get a cheeky 2-frame, even though it's active for
2-frame fair.
Yeah, exactly. And his only drag down is a fair, which isn't terrible because you can actually jab log after that. But it's good. It's fine. He's not a bad character. He just doesn't have the peaks that some other top tiers do. But he's my main. He's my baby. I'm gonna keep pretending like this is my best character while I play Palutena and Inkling and Roy and all these other characters and say, wow, what am I missing out on by playing Sharko?
Yeah, I feel like if it just wasn't a me, just the fact that the me's are just got to be these characters that are just kind of bland or basic, he's just missing that sauce right now, in my opinion. But with the tornado into up B being nerfed a little bit, the angle it ends, so you could SDI out of it. I feel that was a major hindrance to it. But I mean, one good patch and he could be a high tier, like you said. I mean, I have a feeling he did have contending, could be a contender for high tier had that not gotten or not high tier, but higher mid tier, low high tier.
Maybe. Yeah, just out of low tier.
Yeah, but that getting nerfed out alone, that was literally his best. He ran neutral with that. Just Tornado just controlled neutral so well.
And Tornado has such a long startup too. It's kind of insane. I think Tornado has a 20 frame startup. Can you believe that? How many good characters have a 20 frame startup move that doesn't just insta kill you? Isn't Falcon Punch 27 frame startup?
Oh, I think it's more than that. I think it's
yeah, it's definitely more than that. But
well, it's 50 something for the whole move to come out.
Mm-hmm. which is kind of insane because it's such a slow move, and I usually use it like a if someone doesn't have like a fast burst option, I can when I'm at the ledge, I can just kind of do a little short hop tornado, maybe get a cheeky combo into that with up air.
Yeah.
Sharko or me sword fighter's up air is so good. Like it's a decently large disjointed hitbox. It's not too big, but it kills really really early. If you hit the sweet spot on that thing, kind of near the middle of the sword or the hilt, right? You can get kills off Yoshi's story and off Battlefield really really quickly with that. They're so good.
And the thing I like about me sword fighter's tornado is just using it as a recovery, like to force your opponent to recover low. I mean, it just limits your opponent a lot, and I feel like being able to kind of see where your opponent's going to go and punish off of that and take away their options is pretty valuable in a character. But he just needs some sauce. I mean, I feel like his damage output's fine. His combo game is kind of mediocre, but
his combo game needs a bit of a revisit.
I mean,
to say the least.
I don't know what you could do. Like down tilt stuff could be better. I mean,
I think he needs a burst option because, like, Roy has a lot of burst options out of shield that are really quick. Because even counting jump squat out of shield, his nair is really really quick. You've got his fares really quick. Sharko's only like kill attack burst move is what, back air, and you can hardly input back air out of shield.
You're gonna have to roar it, and then I mean you can just see that out of shield you're not gonna have that burst option that you want to kill unless your opponent's behind you.
Yeah, exactly.
Roar back air, and I mean
just pray.
Yeah,
like the only move I ever really use out of shield with Sharko is neutral air, just because it kind of makes his hurt box really small, kind of like Joker, and it lets him kind of escape out of some moves for free. Okay, Roy's neutral air has it starts on 6 out of shield, and it's active for a ton of frames. Like that's a really good out of shield option as opposed to Sharko's mediocre nair.
Yeah, I'm checking on Sharko right now. What is nair is?
Nair out of shield. I think it's 10 frames or a 10 frame startup, not counting jump squat.
Frame 10, so not.
I mean, it's not counting jump squat, but
his nair also isn't the same as Roy's, where it doesn't come on in front of him twice like on Roy's. His nair goes like around Roy twice. Sharko's kind of like just a circle. So I mean,
it's like a one hit kind of thing.
It's just that nair in general, like I don't think is the thing that needs to be buffed. I think he needs more down tilt, like fair shenanigans, down tilt up there at higher percents. Just
give him the Ike treatment.
Falco's down tilt just would be so nice.
Give him the Ike treatment. Make his down tilt better and combo into just way more things. I feel like it just makes sense. But I'm not asking for my low tier to be broken. I definitely play enough high tiers and top tiers to cover bad matchups, which is literally all of them. Like I got a Palutena, I got an Inkling. Got a couple other characters I'm really feeling, like Wario and Terry, but those characters in tournament objectively just are better. And I know it just makes sense. If you want to be good, play a better character, obviously. But I've kind of just been sticking with Sharko for so long. It's to the point where I don't feel as comfortable with any other character. Like me sword fighter is ingrained into my head,
Yeah,
and I'm sure you feel the same way about your character too.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the exact way I feel about my main right now, Bowser Jr. He's currently my main over Joker, due to just the state we're in right now, where we're stuck on online tournaments, and Joker I feel is just requires way too much precision to play, and online is just extremely frustrating with the lack of precision you have, with delayed inputs and just bad connections and everything. It's just very frustrating in my opinion to play Joker right now. So he's dropping to my second or third character until we can play IRL again. But even when I was playing just training mode stuff, like I was feeling my Bowser Jr. and my Greninja a little more than my Joker. So
yeah,
I'm really liking Bowser Jr. and Greninja right now though. But speaking on Bowser Jr., I mean, I feel he's a severely underrated character. I mean,
definitely.
I just feel like he's lacking a ton of representation. I mean, we got one player in the top 50. Leon plays Bowser Jr. I mean, and he's brought
Every
him out
once in a while.
he brought him out at one. What was it? Atlanta
Yeah,
DreamHack brought him out against Wizzy after he was down 2-0 against Wizzy. He's like, all right, well, my
it
my
worked.
Bowser
It
matchup
worked game one.
Mario, and so he's like, all right, I'm gonna go Bowser Jr. See what I could do, and then JV 2'd him, and then the crowd was hyped because low tier, and
Exactly.
and now he's like the Bowser Jr. everyone thinks of, but like I think honestly the best Bowser Jr. in the world is definitely Ketchup out of SoCal.
Oh yeah.
Like Ketchup, I don't know if you guys like heard of Ketchup, but he's just insane with his combos. Like with or not Wizzy, Leon's Bowser Jr. just isn't clean in my opinion. Like
It's really bread and butter. You know, it's a lot of like just Mecha Koopa into controlling the stage with side B.
yeah, he was doing some cool Mecha Koopa stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna go hard detailed on Leon's Bowser Jr. because obviously he's basically a one trick with Bowser and literally just brought out Junior because he was just losing so badly to Wizzy. But I mean, he just side B down air just at low percent is or at 0% when he was putting it in is just suboptimal because it's just low. You're not without SDI like Bowser Jr.'s combos are ridiculous at 0%. But I mean, his up airs, if you time him correctly, he's going to do a world more damage than a drag down down air. Because
his up air combos are insane.
Text in, and you can't punish that because Bowser Jr.'s pivot grab or pivot F smash aren't going to hit it, and then pivot down tilt isn't going to have enough range. So I don't know. Yeah, I just don't think Leon's Bowser Jr. was very polished. But Ketchup, on the other hand, is just he's by far the best Bowser Jr. Just the way he plays, just very good. I wish he traveled more though.
Didn't he make top 8 at Genesis Black?
Top 12.
Top 12. I was under the impression that he had. I think Elegant might have won Genesis Black, but Ketchup is really like cool to watch. You know, he's got some sick Mecha Koopa combos, but with specifically grabbing Mecha Koopa and jab lock with Bowser Jr., which he gets really often, is good because that's a 4-frame jab. And it kills at the side.
5% on midweights.
Exactly. Why even need to jab lock when you can just kill them with jab?
You have a character like Shulk that's gonna up B past the ledge and not gonna snap ledge right away. Like that's just the fattest punish, and it just kills at 85 consistently.
That is such a funny like move. Bowser Jr.'s jab is way too good. And you know what else is absurdly good? His uppy, but like when he's just the little dude out of the cart and he has the hammer.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculously powerful.
The kill
that kill potential on that thing is unbelievable. You find some like really awkward kills where they like uppy from really far under the stage and then they just barely reach over the ledge and they just hit him with the hammer on the left side or the right side depending on where you are on the stage and they're just dead at like absurd 90% or something.
90% that'll kill. There's actually some tech with Bowser Jr. I mean, if you're recovering low and then you up B out of the cart and you know you're gonna snap ledge very easily and you have enough momentum to get onto ledge or onto the plat without like suiciding if you had air dodge or something, you can press neutral B and hold up and you won't snap ledge and it just lets you get onto plat for free. And that's a great option. And also drop down into up B is really good because you can do that same tech, assuming you don't get punished. But it's just a great mix up. And then also I want to talk about Ketchup's just use of the Mecha Koopa, which every other Bowser Jr. just doesn't use that Mecha Koopa like Ketchup does. They're like
you say every other Bowser Jr. like the multitude of them.
Yeah, there's like not a lot of us, but I mean. He utilizes that Mecha Koopa insanely well. Just he'll quick double jump down throw that and 2-frame people with it, and then catch him with a fair off stage and just kill him at absurd percents.
Bowser Jr.'s got some sauce, dude. Like edge guarding, he's really good because he can use like side B to go like either go deep or get back to the stage after going for a mean edge guard. His back air will kill Matt early, and forward air is Florida's a really good lingering hitbox. Like he's got a lot of good edge guarding potentials, and you can get funny gimps with upbeat too. Like
Yeah,
he's got the sauce. He's just lacking a couple things that make him like better.
yeah. You could side B off ledge and literally just up B and grab, or yeah, side B off the stage, up B off stage, and then your opponent's kind of like has to choose what they're gonna do: go under it, get hit by it, or go over it. And then
Exactly.
snap ledge, and now you can drop a back air, drop a nair, or drop another up B on them, and then they're kind of screwed. And yeah, Bowser Jr. just got the sauce. I just feel like I don't know what's holding him back from being a high tier or like higher than he's being ranked. He's being ranked high, low tier, or low mid tier. And I mean, I don't understand.
I think you could compare him to someone kind of like Bowser. Obviously Bowser Jr., right? But Bowser's this like heavyweight character, but he has a lot of burst options. Like he has, first of all, up B out of shield, which is insane,
Yeah.
safe on hit, right? And he's got good edge guarding with huge hitboxes that cover the stage, but he's still really fast and he has really good airspeed too. So he's one of these like heavy characters with big lingering hitboxes that controls a lot of the stage, and a command grab too, right?
Yeah.
And like that's the kind of things that make him really good. And Bowser Jr. has these good edge guarding things, but he doesn't have that like ability to just burst out of shield and be really fast. Bowser Jr. can traverse more stage, or Bowser can traverse more stage with just the fact that he's faster overall. That's what makes him a better character. He's got these lingering hitboxes, and he can move quick too.
Yeah, I mean, keeping Ketchup out of this because Ketchup plays Bowser Jr. in the way I think Bowser Jr. should be played, and that's how I mimic my Bowser Jr. play is based on how Ketchup plays it. I feel like side B on stage is way underutilized in Bowser Jr. play, and also just like that's a great speed option. It's faster than his sprint and initial dash, and you could spin out on frame 3, or you could short hop nair, short hop fair, or just kind of like just ram into your opponent. And I mean, it's not safe on shield if you're ramming into your opponent, but I mean, you get
there's a lot of
stop and up B on them on shield, and then you can, if you're on a tri-plat or something, just land on a plat safely.
there's a lot of end lag on the when you press the side B again, and then he kind of does a little spinny thing that has a hitbox on it.
Yeah, that has a lot of lag.
That has a ton of end lag. So the best thing is kind of just cancel it and then get an up air or try to start an up air chain.
Yeah,
Because up air chain is really good.
ramming into your opponent without them shielding it though, like leads into so many low percent combos, and at high percent you can hit a cheeky up B into nair or something.
Oh man, clown cart dash, the spin out thing, is negative 40 on shield.
Yeah,
And it's only active for like 3 to 14 frames. It's pretty big.
yeah, you can get punished with a smash attack from that, like a charge smash attack.
Yeah, it's so negative on hit. Like
But
he
most
just doesn't
people
have
try.
these. He doesn't have these moves like Bowser that you can just throw out and then think about it later. Like he's got more methodical play. Bowser, you can just mash and be good.
Yeah,
You know,
the one thing I like about Bowser Jr. in tournament though, at our locals and stuff, people just don't have that Bowser Jr. matchup down. Like no one.
Oh, of course.
No one. Same with me, Sword Fighter. I feel. I mean, just these low tiers, just people don't have experience with it, and I feel like you could kind of almost cheese people with that, and just playing a low tier at a level that remains competitive with these high tiers. I feel like it's pretty fun, honestly.
Yeah, you see at smaller locals, I know there's a Japanese local that a Kirby won, right? There's a lot of talk about Brood, man. His run at that Umabura, getting second, right? These low tiers going to they're pretty regional events, I'd say. And kind of, running through everybody because nobody really knows the matchup is really good. Obviously, Brood doesn't play P-Plan anymore, but a character that someone considered like bottom 5, I think Esam had said before. I think Mars had put out a list that had something similar. And he came in, he's kind of running through all these people because I guess lack of matchup experience and just being a really smart player overall.
Yeah,
so if you can kind of play these characters the way that you think are supposed to be played at like a competitive level, like Bowser Jr. using a lot of Mecha Koopa, and me sword fighting use a lot of different burst options and mix-ups, you can be competitively viable at like regionals and locals. I don't know about majors, but like with these characters that people conventionally aren't supposed to win.
Yeah, I feel that example of Brood with the P plant is just it just shows like how how these characters can still be viable. I mean, and Ice Climbers as well. I mean, severely underrated because just of how hard they are to play. It's like the Shulk at the beginning of Smash. Oh, theoretical high tier or theoretical best character in the game. I mean, no one was playing them because mastering the Monanos was hard. But I feel if Ultimate has another 6 years in its lifespan, I feel Ice Climbers also would just get that tech all the way up to a top tier. In my opinion, at least. And
yeah, I pray for Ice Climbers to be good. I don't want him to be good like a Brawl Train Grab, obviously melee wobbling, but I want him to be good enough where it takes enough skill to execute a combo that can like completely take you off the ledge and end with a Nana Spike.
yeah,
Right? I want more combos or more situations in which you're able to do a very complicated set of inputs that you're actually rewarded for doing if you outplay the opponent instead of just a condition that lets you insta-kill them.
Yeah, this is also why something I feel about Marth. I mean, not giving you opportunities where I don't know how it worked in Brawl, but just a simple setup where you just put your opponent into just a terrible spot and you're kind of just winning because of that. I feel like also Marth with Tipper needs a little more stuff with that, but not just guaranteed into Tipper.
Like in Smash 4, he had that weird kind of side B stuff that could lead into the end hit of Tipper. And there still is like an artifact of that left in Ultimate, where if you are landing with side B, you can kind of get a cheeky Tipper hit at the end if you're really lucky or you position yourself really well. But there's not like those kinds of circumstances that you can be put into in which you're able to actually use the thing that gives this character leverage over other people, which is the way it was designed to be.
Yeah, I mean,
it's different for Roy against Chrom because Roy has more situations in which he can set up for sweet spots. Chrom, obviously, just a better overall character. Roy is better in my opinion, though. Like that's the way it's supposed to be designed between two characters that are both good, but there's a reason to play one over the other. But with Marth, it's like he doesn't have these kind of combos as guarantees, like you said. Same thing with a lot of characters like Ice Climbers. You got characters that aren't super good that could have more like sauce, like Meta Knight. You know, he used to have a lot of guaranteed things that go straight into like killing off the side with neutral air, killing off the side with neutral B, but not anymore. Like these characters have lost these things. Exactly. No, I'm not saying, bring back Brawl Meta Knight. I don't think anybody wants that. But in Smash 4, there was a lot of ladder combos that made him good. And not ladder combos that you could get in almost any situation, but ladder combos that you needed to outplay someone in order to get. Like you weren't gifted these opportunities to get them every single time. You needed to set up a specific way to do it, and you were rewarded for actually doing that. But those characters and those positions that they were put into to kill you really early have just been removed. And the character's been essentially gutted. And it's really sad to see characters like that used to be competitively viable or used to have some things that made them really hype, really good, turn them into kind of mediocre, counter-picky, weird, low-tier characters.
Yeah. Well, I also don't want to see where you're just going to be fishing for a down tilt or fishing for a grab to set up your combo. I want to see like a little more diversity, like how Joker has a bunch of different options. I mean, Joker's technically could be stated as the best character in the game with contention of the other characters in top 5. I feel there's a case for all of them, but I mean, just they need options to set up stuff and like not just go for the same combo over and over again, like in Smash 4 with Bayonetta's case, where you're just gonna fish for that side B at the beginning or fish for a down tilt, and you're just gonna win. I mean, I just think the character should still feel skillful when you're playing it.
Yeah, I mean, you want to have these positions in which you can just insta-kill them right off the ledge, but you want to be rewarded for it. That's the only reason. That's why I think characters like Falcon obviously got nerfed between you can't get down throw knee anymore, a couple other guaranteed kill combos. But he's still, with Falcon, it's different because they did a good job with him in that they sort of added a couple things that keep the sort of hypeness level that Falcon is known for, but not gutting him completely as a character. Like at the beginning of the game, he had back air into back air into back air, which you could string really well to get an early kill off the side. You can do first hit of Nair into down air if you're lucky with Captain Falcon, and he has a couple things that still make him good, right? He's not the absolute hype beast that he was in Smash 4, but he's able to have all these, yeah, exactly, or in Melee, but he still has like these burst options that make him good. Like he's still a competitively viable character.
Yeah, I feel like Captain Falcon is just the player's character, just the audience's character, just everyone's just watching it for just the hype. Honestly, that's what Falcon.
I mean, it's the players. You got Fatality, who's sick. You know, one of the most consistent Falcons over a long period of time, and my favorite Falcon to watch, Nick C. Now, like, I'm definitely not in the minority when I say Nick C is one of the most hyped players in Ultimate. He finds ways to sneak in some. Oh, here comes the Melee Johnny stock, right? Here comes the Nick C stock, where he's just gonna take your stock in 1 second. He's not gonna pop off, and then he's gonna be he's gonna be renowned as the best Falcon in the world. And then the next season he's gonna be really bad. Like this, he's inconsistent, but he is hype. He's consistently getting sick kills, but he's not consistently placing well in tournaments. Like, Nick C is so good, and everyone talks about Nick C as the best Falcon, or not, maybe not best Falcon. He's obviously he's competing with Fatality, but he is the hypest Falcon. He is so good. He gets crazy conversions into knee into dare, and he utilizes Raptor Boost a lot for not only like late combo starters but early combo starters too. And after Falcon Kick got buffed in this last patch, it's actually it's a decent kill move now. So you can do a lot of Raptor Boost stuff, Raptor Boost, Dare, Down B, which I saw him do on a clip against a tournament against a Luigi, and it was so sick. Like, I don't know how someone comes up with these things to make their character look so sick, and then like they're not actually broken. Like the character's like mid-tier, high mid-tier, maybe high tier. Yeah, like, some people just do stuff to make their character look busted.
A lot of the roster has that though. If they have a top player representation, I mean, characters like Sheik got that top player representation. Link just got cool looking stuff, just because these top players put in the work with them.
And you got Twitter combos too. Like a lot of people that there's a lot of the Japanese Pichu, I think I talked about before, that discovered the like back air loops, and then you got there's Japanese ice climbers who did a lot of ice climbers combos. Like, these people grind stuff on Twitter and just make their character look so good.
Yeah. I want to talk about Greninja now.
Oh no, here we go. Here comes the top tier talk.
I want to have my Greninja rant on this podcast today. This is what I told Jason about before.
We'll be here for a good 30 minutes now.
Yeah, prepare for the 15-minute Greninja montage. Put a time card in for when this is over. But Greninja, I picked up recently, and I just think he's one of the most fun characters in the game to play. He feels like just such a fluid character just to play in general. You got down tilt, you got nair, you got grab, side B, just all these crazy moves. Water shuriken, and it's just crazy. His down tilt and nair are both, or his nair is safe on shield. Just that alone is crazy. You could nair it back up, wait for your opponent to punish, and then you could set up for a grab or a down tilt, and then nair change across the stage. You could put opponent in tumble with weak hit of nair. I saw this Twitter combo of a Bowser getting 40 to death, true combo with a Greninja weak hit nair, and just Greninja got some sauce. That's all I'm saying.
He's a good character. I always thought on the tier list positions, I think the Buzz put him relatively high. He put him in top tier but balanced, and Mars put him pretty damn low on his list. I always thought he was somewhere closer to high tier, or somewhere closer to top tier.
Where'd Mars
I think he has I believe Mars put him in A tier, but like behind he put him behind Young Link, he put him behind Yoshi, behind Sonic, behind Mega Man.
Mars put Game & Watch way too low. Game & Watch top 10.
Yeah, no, Game & Watch is an unbelievable character. But I think Greninja is somewhere closer to top tier.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's gotten optimized by a lot of players. Like, there's a really technical player from Europe. I'm pretty sure he's ranked relatively high in Europe. It's iStudying.
Top 30 in Europe, I think.
Yeah, iStudying someone that pushed the character really far. JW has a lot of really good videos on some Greninja tech. Obviously, MKLeo decided to pull out a Greninja in in online tournaments now because why not? Give him another top tier to beat people with, right?
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
he has a lot of representation pushing him towards. Oh, I forgot to mention Leia,
yeah,
the top ranked Greninja, who's unbelievable with that character.
yeah.
He does some Nair footstool stuff I've never seen before.
Oh, Nair footstool. I still want to
yeah.
learn that tech. There's so much nasty stuff with drag downs with Greninja. Drag down Nair footstool, down air is just solid 30% or 25%, and then you could drag down up air jab lock into a F smash, and that's a solid, I don't know, 35% combo that kills at higher percents. And Greninja just overall is just an insanely solid combo character. It's kind of a combination of what I like about Joker, just his combos, along with what I like about Bowser Jr. is just that people have no matchup experience with him, or little no matchup experience, because it takes a lot of work to get a good Greninja. But like once you get a good Greninja, he's kind of crazy. But I want to see Leo bring his Greninja out in an actual tournament, but I don't think that's going to happen because he really rarely switches off a Joker.
Oh, you didn't even mention kill setups with Greninja, man.
Oh, kill setups? So
yeah.
I can get after that.
Combos, but kill setups. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I already mentioned the drag down up air into a jab lock into an F smash. That just kills. F smash kills ridiculously early. Uncharged, 75% kills at the ledge.
Dash attack is unbelievable with that character. Dash attack, like Meta Knight dash attack, Greninja dash attack. Those are all like dash attacks that lead perfectly into all aerials. You can get dash attack nair, dash attack forward air. If they don't DI it well, that'll just kill at the ledge really early because the forward air sweet spot is insane.
Yeah, and Greninja really, even his edge guarding game is ridiculous also, because his side B, he could reverse edge guard you with his side B alone. And then also he could just gimp half the roster with his up B. Anyone with a bad recovery, both of the Earthbound reps just get gimped with his up B. Anyone with like a slow progressive up B, like Squirtles or someone, or Captain Falcons, just blow them off stage with the wind box with up B.
Exactly. Right. Tell them about the Link up B on stage.
Oh, yeah. I believe it's 9 characters in the game just die on stage if they use certain moves. The Shotos both die. I know that. Link dies. I'm not sure about the others, but if Link up B's in neutral on stage by ledge, Greninja can just up B on stage, and just Link just dies.
You just push him off. That's so funny
Link
to me.
Just dies if he's in the animation for up B. And there's even more kill stuff. Down tilt 2 frames, and down tilt F smash is true for the at most percents, like until you get really high percents, like above 100. But you're not going to 2 frame at that point. You're just going to go for a nice edge guard. But what else does Greninja have? Water Shuriken just cancels charge beam, or like any shadow ball or charge shot just gets canceled.
Oh yeah, it just goes through. That's unbelievable. And then
Water Shuriken also kills at like 125% fully charged. Yeah. If your opponent's not standing on you.
Yeah, there's not a lot of circumstances in which you can really use Water Shuriken, because since you can't, if he could hold it as a charge like Samus, that would be unbelievable. That would be such a good move.
You'd be broken at that point just to have that Water Shuriken, because that Water Shuriken takes like a second and a half to charge up, or 2 seconds to charge up in full. So you're kind of just a sitting duck there.
As if he didn't have enough burst kill options. Yeah. Imagine if they let him hold his neutral B charge. That would be unbelievable.
Shooting that neutral B off, just the most ridiculous edge guard. If you miss up B.
Yeah, I don't want to live in a world where Greninja can hold his charge for neutral B. That would be way too good.
Also, Greninja's up smash. If you're on a stage like a small battlefield, or not PS2, it doesn't work on PS2 because the plats are too high. But a stage like small battlefield, if you're standing on your opponent and just charging up smash, and they're just locked into an option at that point. If they are holding the shield button and you just start charging up smash, you can punish it on the jump read, like on reaction to jump because it comes out fast enough. If your opponent rolls, I mean that's their best option. And if they parry, they have to parry both hits of up smash, and most people don't. And the second hit of up smash actually is the killing hit. So if you're sitting there with a charged up smash at 85%, it kills most of the roster.
Yeah,
if
he's done.
They don't properly like punish it, and if they drop shield after the first hit, they die. If they're not in shield, they die. If they parry, they die. So
this character, the more I talk about him, the more it makes me want to pick up the character.
Smash out of parry is nice also. A Water Shuriken fully charged in neutral is a great approaching option because Greninja's dash speed is just about the same speed as Water Shuriken, and it just covers so much because your opponent jumps, you catch them with a nair or falling down air, and then you're into a combo, or they get hit by a fully charged Water Shuriken, or they parry it and get punished by a grab or down tilt, or they hard shield it and you walk up and grab them. So I mean, Water Shuriken, a great move.
Yeah, no, it's just another one of those good projectiles. It's like charge shot. It's like just those other really good ones.
You could talk about T-Joel.
Oh no.
Didn't you start picking up Pikachu?
I was playing Pikachu, but there's a character I've been playing a little more than that. It's, another character that has insane air mobility, kind of like Greninja. He's got combos that lead into combos for absolutely no reason. We're talking about Wolf here. Okay. Don't even get me started on Wolf. His frame data is so sound. It is unbelievable. You have way too many two-framing options in the gargantuan hitbox that is down smash that I'm sure everybody is sick of hearing about by now.
Side B.
Side B. Down throw side B is so sick, even if it's just like kind of a scrub option and you can DI it. Down throw side B, sick. Forward tilt, sick. Down tilt, sick. All these moves are really, really good at two-framing, right? And then you got hella combo starters. You got down throw. You can do up throw, actually. Up throw, up air. And you can do up throw, up air, nair. Weak hit of nair into forward air. There's a lot of Wolf combos that I'm sure everybody knows about. And half of them ending in back air, which really, really will just kill you. And you got literally my favorite player to watch ever, Charlie the King, the premier Wolf. That man is labbing shine combos every single day of the week. And his set with Rickles and Frostbite, I'm sure you've heard this from everybody, is the hypest set of Ultimate ever. It's so good. Wolf has got insane frame data. All of his moves are, at least most of his ground moves, are like an 8-frame setup, 5-frame setup on down tilt, which is so quick. And forward tilt has an 8-frame setup, and the hitbox lasts so very long, and his up smash is massive, getting people in there. And his he doesn't have a lot of like drag down or anything, but if he hits you with a forward air, a weak forward air, and neutral, then he's gonna combo that to another forward air, platform extension, fair, and then go down and either hit you with another fair or back air, or he's gonna like go forward, grab you, down throw, side B, you're dead.
Yeah, his fair shenanigans on stage where he just combo you fair.
Fair carries like fair and nair. Oh my god, nair is so oppressive. It's barely negative on shield. It's negative. It's safe on shield. You can use it on shield because they can't punish it. It's like Link Nair, Nair Simulator. It's such a good move. You can kind of just spam that, like Mario will just combo into anything, and it works. And out of shield too, since it has a big rising hitbox, since his foot, it has like that kind of weird angle where his foot is still downward. So you can hit him with the weak hit of that when you're rising out of shield, and it's quick out of shield too. It's a 7-frame startup, not including jump squat. And then you can land that into another forward air. He is such a good character, and he's so fun. Like you mentioned a lot of times about just the fluidity of a Greninja. When you're playing Wolf, if you start to get that combo and it keeps going and you start throwing out these other moves, it just starts to work. Everything works together. And if you do something sick, like throwing a shine in there, you just feel like a god when you're playing this character.
Yeah, I just want to point out the fact that you said Nair Simulator and then referenced Link when you played Palutena.
Okay. Well, I mean in terms of like kicking Nairs.
Nair's
I don't
like
mean
that, like Tough Nair or something like that. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
But
those Nairs are really good.
One thing I wanted to say about Wolf that I think you didn't mention, I don't think you mentioned it at all, that is extremely good is Wolf's laser. 10%
Oh, of course, of
unstalled,
course.
or like 9% unstalled, and also the fact that side B spikes your opponent, so you could have a reverse edge guard when recovering. Like,
Oh yeah.
you can't let you can't really kill Wolf while he's recovering. I mean, there's no gimp in there because it's just you're gonna die. You're gonna spike into and escorted the blast zone.
Exactly. What I love about his neutral B is, you've got the hitbox on his gun, right? But when he shoots it upward, he does this kind of motion where he shoots it above his head, and that gun, since it goes above his head, if you're trying to land on him, if he's getting the late hitbox of that, it goes above his head, so it can trap you if you're landing on him. You can get hit by this lingering hitbox on the gun for absolutely no reason whatsoever. It stays active for that long, which is so funny to me because this character already has enough ways to cover landing options. Obviously, up tilt's really good. Up smash is insane at scooping people in, and even though it has like a bit of a startup, like he just has this extra option that you can throw out in neutral and then maybe cover someone's landing option with it. And he is high on the tier list. He's consistently like top 10 on a couple tier lists. I think the Buzz, being the madman that he is, put him like top 15 still. Like he's really, really good.
Yeah. If you try to drop off of the stage to like prevent a recovery option, you just get spiked into the blast zone at 45 and die.
Yeah, no, that thing has that spike hitbox is unforgiving. Once you get hit by that, you're a goner. It doesn't matter the percent. It's like Rob Downer, man. Rob Downer covers so much of the space. It's awful.
It's pretty laggy though, Rob Downer.
It's laggy, but like if they're under the stage, right? Like you have time to do a down air, and then they can't punish it because they're getting onto the onto the stage. They're getting onto the ledge. So if you whiff it, so what? And 9 out of the 10 times, you're not going to be whiffing that move. It's got a massive hitbox on that.
Yeah, and it's out for a while.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the best downer in the game. But in terms of spike hitboxes, Wolf, man, Wolf.
Best downer in the game. I don't know if Rob gets that title.
No, I'd give it to Rob. I think he deserves it.
Yoshi down there though.
Yeah, I mean that's in terms of like combo extensions, and I guess if you at the top,
shield
you can do down air. Shield damage is good, right? But I think, are we talking in a vacuum, or are we like building the best character?
I still think Yoshi's in a vacuum or building a best character better than Rob in sense of a down air. Rob's definitely up there though.
Yeah, no, I give it to Rob, man. He's just got such a big hitbox on that thing. I'm looking at frame data here. He's got an unbelievable hitbox on that thing, and it goes under ledge, it goes to the side, it covers to the right of ledge, covers to the left of ledge.
I think you have to go off stage for that for it to connect.
Well, no, you can just do short hop downer like right next to the ledge. You don't even got to go off stage for it. That's how big the hitbox is. Exactly, rising downer is good.
Rising downer.
It is a really good move. Those aerials are nuts, and that is a big hitbox. It's 3 parts. It's the giant circle and then a smaller hitbox at the end that is a weak hit, but it still has a spike hitbox, like in the center of it, which is pretty messy for a top tier character. But that's what makes him top tier. His insane combos, stupid down air.
Even though Mars didn't say he was an S tier, high A tier though.
Yeah, well, he also put Zero Suit in A tier, and you know how Mars feels about Zero Suit.
Yeah, kind of his main. Well, I feel like everyone underrepresents their main aside from Esam.
But, no, Esam's pretty confident.
He's the best character in the game, hands down.
Yeah, he was the one saying back before Pichu got his big nerfs. Esam was always, Pikachu's still better than Pichu, and a lot of stuff. I definitely think he's the most confident in his character, right? He never stops.
He's always saying Pikachu's the best character. I mean, there's contention for that. I mean, Pikachu has that oppressive neutral B and oppressive back air and just oppressive everything.
Oppressive nair, oppressive up tilt, oppressive lightning loops.
Drag down nair into jab lock. an F smash.
Oppressive anything, man.
Yeah, but we'll see when physical tournaments start back up if Pikachu's actually the best character in the game.
Yeah, when we get back to this.
I personally think he's top 3, top 2 maybe. I mean,
top 3? Who you got in your number 1 spot then?
I mean, I feel like at a perfect level of play, Joker is better than Pikachu.
Really?
I mean, it might be bias of me, but I mean, we've seen just Leo dominate with Joker, and other characters or other players just dominate with Joker. You got Zachary playing Joker. You got I'm trying to think who else.
I know Ned. Ned picked up Joker instead of a Pokemon Joker. Trainer.
Who did?
Ned. He was a pretty premier Pokemon trainer. He made PGR this year, surprisingly higher than I thought he would be, because he kind of gravitated towards Joker in certain matchups more than he was actually using Pokemon Trainer, which was kind of the character he was known for.
Yeah, in the next PGR, you got 3 players probably in the top 5 that all play Joker, and ESAM in 20 something with only Pikachu representative. I mean,
yeah, true.
I feel like these players, I mean, there's definitely skill involved, but I mean, their skill levels are all so high that, I mean, the character definitely has an impact on it. Like, you're not going to see one of these players roll up with a Little Mac and expect to put work in. But, like, because it's just a bad character, or, like, a significantly, or a worse character than, like, the other ones. But, I mean, I don't know. We'll see when physical tournaments start back up, because people have been putting work in and playing with different characters. And I want to see Leo's Greninja come out in a physical tournament still.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be exciting to see. Everyone's gonna pop off when he does that.
Mars's Snake also.
Oh yeah, you've been talking a lot about Mars's Snake.
I've been watching the clips he played. He played against Leo, 1st to 10 against Leo's. I think it was just.
Well, yeah, but he got bodied.
He got bodied, but I was liking what I was seeing with what Mars was doing. I think Snake's a really cool player, or cool character to watch at a top level.
Yeah, but also you got a lot of Snakes. Like, I hate to say it, MVD is one of the more defensive Snakes, I would say. He doesn't camp necessarily. Like, no, not at all. He's a very good player, very smart. He knows exactly when to move in between. Being offensive and defensive.
Side,
yeah, no, he's got a couple. He's got a couple issues dealing on when to get more offensive, but he did demonstrate a lot more patience. Like at the beginning of the game, and now he's starting to get a little more aggressive. But characters like him, or players like him, give that character kind of like that rep. You got Mars, who's always a very flashy player. He's known for his, I'm on last stock and you're under me, 0 suit downer. 9 times out of 10, it's gonna work, right? And he's gonna play that character that kind of way.
Yeah, you just don't clip the 1 out of 10 part.
Exactly.
Part that doesn't go on Twitter.
That's the one that doesn't go on the stream. That's the one that where the tournament VOD somehow goes blank.
Yeah, no one saw that one.
Nope, that one didn't happen. He won Genesis, guys, I promise.
Hey, at least the Buzz doesn't play Snake. That'd be 7 minutes of Snake.
Oh, no, his Rosa is sick. Don't do that to him. His Olimar is a little more campy, yeah.
So much, bro. Honestly.
His Olimar's a lot of campy, but that's just because he's playing it smart.
I mean, he's playing it the way Olimar should be played, but I mean, Shoot's way more fun to watch than Dabuzz.
Oh, God, yeah. No, Big Brain Dabuzz with the defensive Olimar play, but his Rosalina, though? Oh, boy.
His Rose is so fun to watch.
His Rose is so sick, man.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. Yeah, his Rose is just crazy.
I think him and in terms of picking up characters that weren't considered really good, like before, everyone didn't think Rosa was that great, and then he started playing Rose, and all of a sudden, hey, everyone thinks Rosa's pretty decent now.
Yeah, I think Rose was a low tier at the beginning of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, no one really thought he was any good.
So was Shulk.
You got more characters like do you know Kirihara?
Who?
Kirihara made PGR this year. He's a pretty premier Japanese player. I'm not sure how high he's ranked on the Japanese power rankings. Yeah, 48th there.
Worldwide
I mean,
PGR.
on the Japanese power rankings, I'm not sure where he's placed. But Kirihara is definitely the defensive side of Rosa. DeBuzz, surprisingly, kind of just goes in, gets some really sick Luma setups, right? And Kirihara is more positioning and trying to get that Nair into a lot of early kills on with forward air. Since forward air is really good at kind of scooping up.
Forward air is crazy. That's a very good move.
Yeah, rising forward is really, really great. But Kirihara is like pretty much the opposite of DeBuzz, which is, it's really cool to see that kind of clash of characters, and especially characters that people didn't consider to be like amazing until DeBuzz started deciding that he's going to do really well with them. Like him and DeBuzz are the only really Rosalina representatives, and everyone else on the PGR has kind of like they're playing more better characters, I would say, characters that are a little higher on the tier list than most.
And the most part,
except for Elegant. Elegant, man, is still ranked 32nd on the PGR with Luigi still, and not everyone thinks he's that great.
Yeah, Luigi. I mean, when the 0 to death stuff was coming out with Luigi, everyone's like, "Oh, he's really good. He's really good." But just SDI. I mean, SDI at a Luigi combo is you're gonna get out if you just shake your thumbstick.
Yeah, but I mean, Elegant's too smart. Elegant is such a smart player. He has a lot of ways to kind of get that cheeky uppy kill, even if it's in the air.
Yeah.
He has a lot of kind of setups into getting that, and he doesn't need to rely on getting 0 to death. If he can get it, he will. It's a good win condition. You can take the stock nice and early, but he's gonna find ways to kill you, and he's gonna do it quick. Elegant's a pop off kind of player, and somehow he made 32nd on PGR with a character most people consider to be mid tier.
Yeah, mid tier. The thing I like about Elegant's Luigi is that he's just not playing grab the game. He's actually using Luigi to, I believe, his full, like, Luigi's at his like 99th like level of potential. Like he's really maximizing what Luigi can do, and I really enjoy watching him play. Specifically,
I think he's such a sick player, dude. I think Elegant's got it going on, and I'm hoping to see him do well. I don't think he's been doing too hot in online tournaments, but I don't blame him. Online tournaments aren't necessarily considered like a big deal unless you're a big stickler for the Wi-Fi warrior rank, whatever, right? But I don't know. I think once IRL tournaments return, he's going to be doing a lot better. In kind of like smaller Wi-Fi tournaments, though, he was dominating. He got first at a lot of smaller online events, and then in like the quarantine series ones, he didn't do super hot. But all of these like little locals or online locals around his area, he like cleaned house. He got first, a lot of second places. He did pretty damn well. And at Frostbite, he got 13th. And he had a lot of 6 sets. I think he didn't beat Samsora, but he almost beat Samsora. And that was a really, really sick set to watch at Frostbite.
Do you know if any top caliber players were in those like local online tournaments or the smaller online tournaments, or because I'd expect a top player to like obviously clean house no matter what top player they are on a tournament of players that aren't as good as them, obviously. But was there like top representation in there, or do you know? Yeah,
no, there was one of them. Yeah, Meister is a top 10 online player. I think that's where he was ranked on the Wi-Fi rankings, and he's pretty damn good. And I think he was on one of those. I think Sonics may have entered a couple that he was in, but the majority of them have Meister, since they're located in the same region, they play together in a lot of these online tournaments, and I think that's the only like big name I think that was joining them. I don't know too much about all these tournaments, like
I haven't
Smash Art Online
either. Last one I watched.
The smaller tournaments is stuff I'm not super familiar with, like these little locals. Like I know about the box that goes on. I know about Meister's Flat Zone. I know about the Cosmic Kerfuffle that just happened. Let's go Riddles. Good job winning. But then there's obviously the big ones like the Quarantine Major, Pound Online, Gommel Online, which Tweak won with Diddy. We'll talk about Tweak's Diddy another day, man.
That'll be for another episode, but Tweak's Diddy is nice.
Yeah, he's got a nice Diddy. And I think that about wraps it up. I think that's about where we wanted to end on here. And next week we'll be talking about Tweaks Diddy, who's unbelievable, especially this character.
Crazy.
So yeah, no, I bet we'll wrap it up here.
Yeah.
We're gonna be hitting this podcast about every weekend. Try to record a couple episodes about now. But make sure you go follow the Twitter, follow the Instagram, find us on Twitter. All the links will be in the description.
Yep.
And you got any closing statements?
Also YouTube. And give us ratings on Apple Podcast. Also, it really helps the podcast out.
Yeah.
Enjoyed.
Go hit us up, man.
And yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it. I've been AirPods.
Yeah, and I've been Django, and thank you very much for listening, everyone. Bye.
Peace.